Hello everyone, welcome back to TeeCee. He's parked outside the house today. Reason being is because when I drove down from Birmingham, he was alright on the way here. Unloaded things to go in the house and then I decided to put it in the garage. And as soon as I got to the garage, he kept on cutting out. So me worrying and everything like that, I wasn't overly sure what to do. So as you can see there, carb top is off. Now, I was concerned that there would be crap in the carburettor or brought through a little crap from the fuel tank, because it is entirely possible that there is crap in the fuel tank. So what I've done is I went and got a filter and fitted that, got some new Jubilee clips. Oh, just knocked down my hat. I got some new tape cable ties as well, because I've had to cut the original ones off of there. Just briefly, if you can hear music in the background, I do apologise. I'm going to try and talk as much as I can to avoid it, because my neighbour is playing music. But anyway, let's have a closer look in there. Can you see all that crud in the bottom of the float bowl? Now that there does not need to be there, so I'm going to soak up as much petrol as I can with a rag, and I'm going to clean that out, and fingers crossed there isn't a load of crap in the jets, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is, but I'll report back shortly. Hello everyone, we have a package, and I believe that I know what's in here, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to open it. That's if it's openable. Oh, just grab it with my feet. That one. There we go. Bit more on that side. There we go. Oh, what's this? Well, it says it's just campers, but I don't have a camper. But, oh my word, sweeties. They sent me sweets. How cool. For Volkswagens, that's not really necessary. I used to have a Volkswagen, but you know. Right, let's get this out. Wrapping, loads of wrapping. And it's all the way down there, look. That's not the same as the one that was in the picture. Right, let's go and get the carburettor and see if it fits. Right, here is the other carburettor, which I took out the, I forget what they're called. Choke flaps. There we go. It finally came out of my mouth. Hey, choke flaps. So this doesn't look like the image on the eBay listing, which is rather annoying, but it's got the cutaway here, and it's got a cutaway there, and a cutaway here. So let's lift that out of there, and one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change these over into the other set of carburetors, because these are plastic and they're a little bit more durable than the ones that are in the car. So let's flip this upside down and see if it fits. Oh, look at that. It does. Don't know what that's for though. But it feels alright. Nothing wrong there. So let's open this casing up and have a look inside. Right, let's lift this out, put it back back into the... I'll leave it there for now, it's fine. Need a knife. I think I will come back when I've got it all unwrapped. This is really, really suctioned in. Oh, there we go. All the polythene has been removed. So let's now try this on the carburettor, because this carburettor is exactly the same. Oh, hang on, wrong way around. That way? Yes, look at that. Oh, it should. There we go. Come on. No, I think this is going to need some adjustment. Yeah. And as I get it on that way and push it down, there is a... Yeah, it's going to need slight adjustment here. But the main body of the carburettor itself, or the filter shall I say, move that out of the way, grab that. There we go, look at that, that fits. That's, I mean, it's not exactly perfect, but the bolt holes are fine. There, 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 and there, of course. So that fits really nicely. It's just the gasket doesn't want to go, and it's only really on this piece here. So that's going to need a small cutaway along that edge, and maybe a small amount. Yeah, it's not exact. Yeah, it needs a small cutaway here, so it's no massive deal. I can do that with a Stanley blade. So yeah, it's going to fit, even though it's for a Volkswagen. But I'm sure Volkswagens used Weber carbs, so unless the other carburettor doesn't have that bit, which I can't see it not, because it does. I've seen it. Anyway, that's all for now. The next bit you'll see is adjusting the edge of that slightly and then fitting this to the car. And we are back with TeeCee. So we have the air cleaner here. That I don't believe I really need. So what I'm going to do is put a bit of tape on the inside, put a bit of tape on the outside, blank it off completely. So I don't think that's really needed. Right, let's get the bonnet open and mock this all up. Plus I've got to get the tools out of the back of the car so I can bolt everything down. Alrighty then, so yeah, put a piece of tape on the inside and put a little square on the underside. So it needs to go that way around. So place that on the carb like so. And then we need to shake out all these bits from in here. Let's move it a bit. Oh, lost the washout. Oh, there. Actually, it's quite sprung. I should cut this open a bit more, shouldn't I? Rip it open. As soon as I get some of the bits out, it'll be fine. There we go. Okay, so for some reason there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think one of them maybe it's just a spare, and they're concave as well. They're shaped, so they don't kind of like, they're not completely flat. So I'm gonna put these on and then put them on the carb. Well, I've kind of damaged the carburettor top. It's okay though. I've got the other one, as you saw in the previous part of the video. Unfortunately, I put a bolt through here and it was firm, but it wasn't overly firm. So I started tightening it, and I put my finger underneath to see if there's any thread coming through, because it was cut, you know, the bolt may be cutting through new thread. And a piece of the cast came off, and I looked underneath and it's actually come up, split, and it's come apart. If I can get the camera under there to show you, because I like to show that I've messed up. I don't know if there's enough light there. It's right here. I don't know if there's enough light though, sorry. But yeah, I've basically damaged it. But I've got, as I've said, I've got another one of these, and it's the correct bolt sizes for these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on, keep the bolts in the bag, do some adjustments, make sure the engine's running correctly, and then I'll go and swap the head over. How can I film? Need to prop the camera on something. That'll work for now. If it falls over, I do apologise. Right, so let's try and get them level. Okay, so that's on. So I'm going to fire it up. Well, just the throttle first, because where we'd set it yet the other day, it was revving like crazy. So I'm going to make some adjustments there and turn the engine over. Here's a surprise. Well, you're back on the digital camera. Panic averted with the laptop. Things are all sorted out now. So, what I need to do here is use this to turn the mixture screw, which is at the bottom of the carburettor, all the way in, and turn it 2.5 turns out. Now, unfortunately, I don't think you're going to be able to see in there, but I'll try and set the camera up so you can. No, this is not easy to see. Right, no, it's not going to work. What I'll do is I'll show you on the other carburettor once I've done this. Okay, so what I need to do is turn it. Once I've found it, there it is, all the way in. And that's a lot more than 2.5 turns out. Running very lean. Right, so half, 1, 1.5, 2, and a half. Right, okay. And this one, the top one, turn it out all the way. And have it just touching. Okay, so that's apparently how it needs to be set. So what do you think? Should we give this a go? Can but try, can't we? Right, I'll move the camera. I didn't plan that. Screwdriver falling off the roof. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? So I think what we need to do, because it's not, it's sounded much more smooth this time. So let's turn the throttle screw up a little bit. That was like a turn and a bit. Ignition. Try again. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, that's like a one turn. A little tiny bit better, maybe. Another turn. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. Come on, TeeCee. I forgot to change the oil. We'll check the oil. Again. Oh, what am I like? And again, come on. Oh, get in there. Come on, can I get to you? Come on, TeeCee. That's much better. Yes. Right. Turn them off for a minute, and I'm going to get the toolbox out of the car, and I'm going to tighten up the bolts on the outlet manifold. I'll be back in a bit. Let's give this another try. I've done up the nuts on the exhaust manifold. It could still be blowing from down. I don't know if you can see. Yes, pretty much you can. Down here with the ring to the main exhaust pipe. But I did put my fingers there and I could feel gases it being expelled. So that would create a noise and it sound tappety. So let's fire it up now. Fingers crossed she fires up. And see if it makes any noise coming from the manifold. Otherwise I'll have to go and get the Haynes book and the torque wrench, which I forgot. Silly me. But I don't want to dump these brass nuts too tight because they will shear if I'm not careful. So. Ignition. Oh. Up a tiny bit. Let's try that again. Oh, find the keys, that would help. Need to give it a bit of throttle every time. I didn't do that before. So maybe it still needs small adjustment. That's very strange. It was working earlier. Oopsie. Very odd. Turn that up a bit more. Let's try it again, shall we? We're definitely getting fuel through. Let's definitely check there's still fuel there. Yep. Filter's still got fuel in it and there's nothing leaking, so that's a good sign. Okay, let's give it another try. Smells like someone's having a barbecue. Ignition. And it dies again. So undid that screw a bit more. underneath. Just dies again. This is a confusing one because it was fine for a little while and I turned it off, didn't I? This thing. Screw that back in. Undo that again. Gonna let it sit for a while. I'm going to check the oil level. Well, I've got it running, but every time I try and fire it up, you have to use the throttle to fire it up even when it's warm. And when you turn it off, it will not restart on its own. You have to use the throttle again, which is not right. So something is not correct with this carburettor, and I've even tried to set everything with the filter on as well, and it still doesn't want to work properly. So if anyone out there has any advice, please feel free to drop the comments in the box below. Yeah, I've even cleaned the damn thing. So yeah, and I know there's a space that needs to go underneath it. I know that. There is no manual choke adjustment. It's all on the auto, so the manual is just flopping around. The screw in the back, no matter what you do, you can turn it up, it will rev, it will go. As soon as you turn the car off, restart it, nothing happens, it doesn't work. So yeah, I don't think this would work properly even with the correct pan on there. Or air cleaner pan, sorry. So yeah, any advice, nothing's drop in the comments below.